vacuum atmosphere of the glow box, where you can maintain inert gas atmosphere inside the chamber. And there are two glows for operation inside the glow box to open the door and work on the sample. And this has one intake chamber on the right hand side, and automatic pressure control dry lab HE-43-2 model, which is controlled by a foot switch. And this foot switch, left hand side, is for turning on the vacuum, and the right hand side foot switch is for inletting nitrogen into the chamber. The nitrogen to be used on this machine must be dry and pure nitrogen. The inlet pressure is about 20 psi. This system needs a vacuum pump, but in this machine this pump will be included only if it is advertised as a pump is included with the system. The first valve here is for evacuating the intake chamber. The intake chamber has a door on the other side, where the pressure inside the intake chamber is above atmospheric pressure or at atmospheric pressure. The door should be open while leaving the door inside closed. Once the sample is inserted, the door has to be closed and the vacuum valve to be turned on so that the intake chamber is evacuated. Once it reaches negative 30 inch of mercury vacuum level, you close the vacuum valve and to equalize the pressure inside the intake chamber. This is the refill valve, which can be opened manually. So the inert gas inside the glow box will be filling up the intake chamber. And this pressure control here can be maintained between 5 inches of water column positive to negative 5 inches of water column. And there are two set points, both on positive side and negative side. And for better performance, it's recommended to operate in the positive side to eliminate any minor vacuum leaks. Once all the leaks are fixed, the system should be operable in both positive and negative sides. On the left-hand side of this chamber, there is a absorbent material tank, which also has the heaters inside in order to regenerate the material inside. This material here will absorb both moisture and oxygen inside the glow box. There are two inlet valves. The bottom one is the outlet valve, and the top one is inlet valve. Outlet valve and inlet valve, they have to be closed during the regeneration. The regeneration of this material is possible from this controller here. To regenerate the material inside, you need forming gas, which is 3 to 10% hydrogen and nitrogen. There's a switch here that can be toggled for regeneration or circulation mode. When the switch in circulation mode, there is a circulator pump fan here, which will circulate the gases inside the chamber through the absorbent material here and eliminate the moisture and oxygen. And in order to go to the regeneration mode, first rotate this switch to the start position. It operates once you put it in start cycle and turn on the regeneration. The heating of the purifier starts, and after about 3 hours, the purifier will be purged with the forming gas by operating the 3 solenoid valves on this tank: a vent valve, a vacuum valve, and a purge valve here. And these valves are cycled by the timer module here. And once the system purging is over, it gets into the vacuum mode where the purifier will be evacuated. And once it is evacuated, the inlet and outlet valves should be open. Now right now the system is that the purifier is regenerated twice and it is cooled. I have an oxygen monitor on the system here, which is at less than 1 ppm, parts per million in air. The oxygen level inside the glow box is less than 1 ppm, about 890 parts per billion. So every time the system is cycled for inletting a sample or taking it up, the oxygen levels They go up and go down again. So right now I have refilled the gases in the glow box into the intake chamber, and this is a tray here used to move the samples or tools into the chamber. And then I'm closing it. Once you close it, we can evacuate the chamber if it is necessary, or it's possible to open the chamber door in order to take out the sample out of the intake chamber. But the oxygen monitor is not included with this system. It's only to test the condition of the glow box. There are extra ports on the rear side of the system. Ports can be utilized to monitor the gases by using a moisture sensor or any other gas sensor, oxygen analyzer, etc. And there are additional ports available to connect additional circulators.